Hey everyone, happy Thanksgiving. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22. We are on the old family farm. And I can tell you right now, the ducks are thankful that they are not the main course today on Thanksgiving. Yeah, this little guy runs around. I don't know. Oh, there's a little one. What are you doing, buddy? Man, they hide in the grass so well. We're going to have to be careful on our next mow. So, hope everyone's having a really great Thanksgiving week. I appreciate y'all stopping by. I wanted to make sure I got an old family farm episode out for Thanksgiving, so I am recording this a tad early. I normally do anyways, but what are you doing? I don't know what he's doing. So we're at 80%, I think, right now on our silage. So we're waiting for this to ferment. Looking forward to this getting done so we can hopefully, I keep talking about making some money from it, and I'll be sorely disappointed if we don't make much, but it is what it is. We take what we can get. Last episode, we ended up, I think, liming and getting this field a little more prepped, getting rid of some weeds. I think I see a weed over here. Yeah, what are you doing there, buddy? And I think for now, we need to get this field prepped up. This one we limed as well, and we need to finish weeding our friend here, but now I'm looking around wondering where in the world our weeder is. Where did I leave that? Cultivator? Mower? Did I put it away as something? No, no. Well, let's just do a little look-see. So we got a planter. No, the bike's not going to do it. Ah, wait a minute. Man, I just didn't see him over there. All right, good enough. Well, let's get to weeding. See if we can finish this off. I would hire an extra or a helper, but like I said, hired help is expensive, and we just need to get this completed ourselves. Oh boy, what a week it has been. Like I said, I'm recording this a little bit early. The Platinum DLC is out. I apologize right now for any of you who took the time to watch my Silver Run Forest episode. Yes, that is a perfect example of somebody who doesn't know how to log. I have been practicing, though. I have been practicing. So I promise that the next time you see me, either on Silver Run or on some map with some logging, I will be advanced. I will have advanced my skills. If I'm being honest, logging is not my favorite thing to do in this game. And I think much of that could be attributed to my suckage at it, how horrible I am at it. So I think if I practice and I get better at it, I think I'll enjoy it more. I played around with some more of the equipment too. I think I just need to start taking advantage of some better equipment. I haven't really logged since FS15. That's when I last seriously logged, when it was first introduced to the game. I got into it and really enjoyed it, and then just dropped it, and I haven't logged. Man, this thing has got a really slow reverse gear. And I just dropped it, and I really didn't do much more logging after that, which you can tell. So we'll see. We'll see. I do have plans to do some more logging and hopefully improve my skills enough to where it's a little bit more enjoyable to watch. I can't imagine watching a half an hour or 45 minutes of someone really accomplishing absolutely nothing. Aw. Wrecking my grass. Of really accomplishing absolutely nothing is all that much fun. So next time you see me with a I don't even know. See, I need to learn the name of the equipment even. But the Komatsu I don't mind. the wood harvester. Is that what they're called? I think those things aren't too bad. I really struggled with the forwarder, that Volvo BM wood forwarder. That thing was horrific. Absolutely horrific. So I've decided that I'm either I'm going to have to practice to get better at it, or I'm just not going to use it and come up with a different game plan for how I'm going to collect logs. I really like the auto load containers. Actually, you know what? Before well, here, let's do this. I was going to say, let's switch tractors. I'm thinking I might throw this on the back of either the John Deere or the Massey. But I think if I take advantage of the containers that are on Silver Run, I think I'll be better off. So we'll see. You know, we'll just have to wait and see. Let's drop this guy and let's scooch around. Let's try the Massey. Why not, right? We can go dump this spreader off. I don't know if we need to worry about... Oh, little baby. Do we need to worry about fertilizing? Should probably look at that and see if that's something we're going to need to worry about on these two fields. But for now, I'll stay focused. I'll try not to get sidetracked with too many things. So any big plans for Thanksgiving? I do not personally. I don't know if you all have some plans. Probably watch some football, of course. Other than that, though, I don't think I really have anything special. I'm the relaxed kind of person. I'm not the person that looks for a party or for, you know, a big social event or something like that. I mean, if a bunch of families getting together, that's all good. But it's like on New Year's too. I don't go out for New Year's. I'm just not that interested in it. I just enjoy the time and do my thing and hang out with family. If it turns out to work, if it works out that way, just hang out with family and stuff. We got a lot of snow here, but we did not get anywhere near the snow. Holy cow. As what, New York? Buffalo? Oof. Did I hear that right? That they got like 4 feet? I probably shouldn't talk much about weather because by the time you watch this, weather is very much of an outdated subject. In fact, for us this week, I think we're supposed to warm up a bit and probably are going to lose a lot of the snow we got. But there was enough snow this week to where my groceries that I normally have delivered were delayed. I know, it's pathetic. Oh, yeah. I just can't believe it. My groceries, I expect delivery on time, but it was delayed. But yeah, they were delayed. Fortunately, I had enough in the cupboard to get me by. I think we're heading in the right direction now with the weather, so hopefully that'll turn around. And hopefully it'll turn around for other parts of the country as well that have been really paralyzed by all the snow we got. So, I don't know if you all keep up with this or not. Some of you do, maybe, some of you don't. But some of the bigger news, at least in tech recently, has been the release of the Nvidia 4000 series graphics card. Not even going to get into pricing, which is absolutely insane in my opinion. I didn't think I'd see the day where you would spend more on your graphics card than you would on your entire computer. I mean, I respect and understand that the graphics card, at least for the past several years, has been in a lot of situations, the most expensive part of the computer, at least for gaming PCs, and also for workstations, you know, that do a lot of 3D modeling, rendering, stuff like that. I get that. But now it's not just that. Now they're getting to the point where you're spending 1.5, 2 times the amount for a graphics card than the entire computer combined. Getting a little bit ridiculous, in my opinion. But the part that I thought was a little bit entertaining was to watch this fire, this connector fires and melting. Well, not fires. I guess there haven't been any fires. But the power connector on the 4000, I think it's in particular the 4090. I'm not sure if it affected the 4080 or not, and I don't even know what 4080s are out right now. The thing has been kind of a mess, but on the 4090s, early on, people were reporting that their power connectors were melting. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. When I first saw that, and I know that it's easy to take credit now and it's easy to talk big now, but I honestly, and I'm being honest, I knew exactly what it was. And the reason I knew exactly what it was, at least I felt like I was about 90% sure what it was. Because those, there's a name for them, but you know, the multi-pin power that you have to plug into the edge of your graphics card, they suck. They're a bad connector. They're not well designed, in my opinion. They don't, in fact, a lot of connectors on computers aren't the best. You don't get a nice positive click knowing that it's seated well. You don't feel the connector connecting properly to the card. And when I saw the reports of the melting and I saw some of them, I'm like, yeah, people are not plugging those things in well enough. And sure enough, the latest reports are now that it has been all user error. And the people that have been having problems with the melting on these plugs, unfortunately, are not plugging the cables in completely. I was going to say properly. I guess that is also a word you could use, but yeah. And it was just kind of funny to me on the initial reports that everybody generally initially jumped all over Nvidia. Like, you guys have a major problem. You did not test your graphics card out, you know. And now I heard today that a civil suit, or no, it's not civil suit, what do they call that? See, there goes my quick recall memory. You guys know what I'm talking about. The multi-people suit. Oh, I'm gonna think of it. I'm gonna think of it. But anyways, you know what I'm talking about. Has been started, which I don't understand. I guess I really don't understand that, because I think it's been pretty well defined now that it's human error. Now, I guess somebody could, and probably what they're going to argue is, yes, it's human error, but it's still NVIDIA's responsibility to, you know, mitigate that human error. See, I can think of a word like mitigate, but I can't come up with class action lawsuit. There it is. Dang, Jesus. So, I don't know, what do you all think? I mean, I have, in my many years of dealing with computers, building them, working on them, I have destroyed like 2 things that I can remember. And in both cases, it's my fault. It's not the manufacturer's fault. It wasn't the design fault. Yeah, could they have designed it better? And maybe then I wouldn't have destroyed the thing? Maybe. But still, you know, I know what I'm doing. I just did it wrong. I was just in too much of a hurry. I wasn't paying attention. One of them, my first major one, was early on in my career. And I don't know if any of you remember the processors called Cyrix. Some people call them Cyrix or Cyrix. They were in the processor game and the CPU game early on, and I was building a computer for a company that I worked for. It was a point-of-sale system. And I, like an idiot, when I installed the processor, didn't have it seated, the pins seated all the way in. It was like well, I want to say like an AMD, but even AMD has changed their CPU design. But it's the CPU design where you have actual physical pins sticking out of the bottom of the CPU. I didn't have it seated properly. Fired up the machine, and I smelled something. I heard a pop, and that was the end of that processor. It actually, I'm not exactly sure if it just shorted. I have a feeling the ground pins were the ones that weren't seated properly, and that thing turned orange, cracked in half, and was destroyed. Learned my lesson. Then, it wasn't much longer after that, I was installing a RAM upgrade on a PC, and when I went to push the stick down into the slot, I must have had it at an odd angle, and it actually snapped the memory, you know, the plastic retaining part of the RAM slot, snapped it right off the motherboard. Yeah, my heart sunk. Those are the two complete wrecks that I have done, and they were pretty early on. I mean, this is many years ago. My point being, they're my fault. They were my fault. I mean, could you say, oh, you know, memory slots should be more durable and designed better? Maybe. Still my fault. I don't know. Just a difference in how people are raised sometimes, I think, or how you're taught, or just in personalities and stuff. But, you know, just take responsibility for your own doings is, I guess, my point. But it's kind of funny, though, because Nvidia came out with, you know, their response to this whole thing, and they basically said, this is user error, people. You really need to make sure you're inserting these power cords all the way into the connector. I get that. But just looking at all the posts and everything, it was just curious to see how, you know, the instantaneous, there was just this instantaneous accusal. And I'm not trying to defend Nvidia. Right now, I think Nvidia's, their pricing is, to me, is, I don't know, something's going to happen, because I just don't understand. I don't understand how people are going to continue to be able to afford graphics cards upgrades and continue to game on a PC. It's getting to a point now. I mean, I say that in a way that's like game on a PC with higher end graphics, you know, not with the lowest settings that look like trash, but to actually have a really good experience visually. And it's just, they're not going down in price, they're going up and up and up. And I think what we're going to have to see is AMD is going to have to become a much more solid competitor for graphics, much like they did with Intel and CPUs. And they're going to have to keep Nvidia in check. I think that's what's going to have to happen. Otherwise, Nvidia is going to continue to be able to put out graphics cards. I mean, that 4090 is what, $1,800 start to start? $1,800. $1,800. Let that sink in a little bit. It's like, what? I can't remember my first graphics card that I bought that was like high end. And when I bought it, you know, it was one of these deals. It was an Nvidia. It was like a GTX. Or I can't even begin to guess. Many years ago. It was hot stuff at the time. It wasn't their top of the line, but it was, you know, it was like today's 3070 or 3080s. You know, it was a good card. And I think at the time it was probably $250, $300, something like that. And when I bought that, I thought, man, I don't know if I'll ever buy a graphics card that's this expensive. Yeah, right. You know? It makes a strong argument for consoles when it comes to gaming, that's for sure. It also makes a strong argument for maybe someday, and I think eventually, I think there's a good possibility that we'll see gaming move to the cloud, and really ultimately, I think one could argue that is by far the best option out there. Is let cloud servers do all the work, and let your PC just be the receiver of the screens. You know, much like much like a thin client would do. You know, and maybe that's where we're gonna have to go. You know, I don't know, but it's gonna take a lot of bandwidth. It's going to take, you know, a really, really good internet connection and a change in thoughts and behaviors, you know, I think, because let's face it, a lot of, you know, for a lot of people, and I would even include myself, part of the allure of PC gaming is the hardware, is the fun of purchasing the hardware, buying or putting it together, tweaking it, you know, stuff like that. For some people, they don't want anything to do with that. You know, they just want to be able to sit down, play a game. They just want it to look good. And I think maybe that's where we're going to have to see a shift in how gaming is. But it's going to be a while, and it's going to take a lot, because one problem, Steam is going to have to be involved in one way or another, right, Valve? Because 95% of the games that I own are on Steam. And if I don't have Steam, if you don't have Steam, I don't know how you're going to play them. Now, there used to be, and I don't know if they still do this or not, but on some games, you used to be able to go into Steam and right-click and get like an actual DVD code off of it. And I don't know if at some point Steam would have to, and I don't even know what the legal ramifications of that are. Like, let's say I wanted to move all of my games off of Steam, and I wanted at least the ones that didn't require Steam, and I wanted my licenses because I paid for the game. Can you even force the company to do that? Because I'm guessing somewhere in that legal mumbo jumbo, I've agreed to the fact that my game that I just bought can only be played on a Steam platform. That's kind of my guess. So there's a lot of things that have to be figured out, and I don't know if that's, you know, I have to believe eventually, though, we'll be moving past this scenario of $2,000 video cards and all this stuff, you know. Not too bad looking field here. Let's actually, I think I just missed a little clump over here. We'll grab it real quick. And then, what is that? I don't know what that is over there. We'll take a peek at that next. Hard to believe Thanksgiving is here already, though. Time has flown. This year seems to have flown by, that's for sure. don't think these are gonna come up. Nope, those aren't. And I don't know what this little mess here is. Did I spill something or something? I don't know what that is. Huh. Maybe Tiny, maybe Tiny got lost last night coming home from a party, and that's. Oh no, I don't even want to think about that. Ay ay ay. That would be a lot if that's what I think it looks like. That's a lot. That's an awful lot. Oh goodness. All right, so we are done weeding. We can toss this weeder in the barn. Try not to hit any ducks or baby ducks or anything on the way. And then, yeah, let's check our fertilization state too. Now that we're doing all this stuff, and see exactly where we might be with this. Brad, don't hit the barn, Brad. Don't hit the barn. I'm just gonna try and tuck this in here somewhere. That'll work. Yeah, Mr. Stiff Elbows. Wait, that elbow's got some bent. No, he's got a little flex to the elbow. It's kind of a weird wrist action thing going on there. You know, you can move those up to 10 and 2, and it'd be a little more comfortable there, Chief. Just saying. Looks a little awkward there. All right. So we got some weeding. We got some liming. Let's take a look at our map here and see what is being displayed. So, fertilized. Oh, yes. Very good. So, fertilized and fertilized. That's right. I did fertilize. Very good. Okay, so fertilizing is, at least the first stage of fertilizing is done. And we're limed up and we're seeded here. Next would be definitely to get this field seeded. And if we look at our calendar, we do have till November, but we might as well get this tackled today, this month, to get them out of the way. We've got a field of canola. We can do wheat or barley. I guess it really doesn't matter too much what we do. We've got some seed in this thing. We might as well go fill this thing up before we tackle seeding this field. Oh, I just saw that little baby duck running for its life. I think... Wait a minute. Do we have... Wait a minute. Don't we have something tucked away in the corner over here? Yeah, we have seeds tucked away in the corner over here. Yeah, we need to bring the trailer in here and get some seeds from there. In fact, we should, well, I was going to say we could probably move that pallet, but what we can do, we have to get this trailer scooted out of the way. Low gear in this John Deere takes a minute to kick in. Hello, Mr. Trailer. I thought we'd be out of the way, but evidently I was wrong. Let's get you connected. Where are we going to take you, Mr. Trailer? I'm just going to dump you right here, just to get you out of the way. We'll grab our seeder again and get her filled up. I can't remember if, I think I did use that pallet for the last time I filled it. I think I did. Wheat or barley, doesn't really matter to me. For some reason, barley's kind of calling my name a little bit more than wheat, but we'll take one more look at the crop calendar. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I did not want to do that. There we go. See what I did? I spit out. Yeah, I accidentally hit I for emptying. Oh well, we'll pick those goodies up later. Oh man, thought I was gonna miss it. Excellent day. So yeah, barley's kind of calling my name a little bit more than wheat, I think, this time around. Hello, little baby duck. Mama duck. Scoot to the far end down here. I don't think we can mow over there on that field. I'd like to be able to get the grass off of that field as well, but I don't think we own that land yet, so we're gonna have to hold off. Hold off on that, at least for the time being. But it would be nice to get some more land for grass so we can do some more silage in the future. Just for that time when you're kind of waiting on crops to grow and stuff like that. Canola, no. Soybean, sorghum. Wheat, barley. Let's do barley. Let's try barley. Mr. Barley. Yeah, see, I like barley because it has a shorter growth cycle than wheat. Looks like 1 month shorter, so kind of liking that. We'll lower our seeder, turn it on. I don't think you do turn the seeder on. I always forget that. Oh man, Johnny, what are you doing, buddy? Killing me here. I had this problem before, didn't I? Let's see, if I shift... I shift it down. I had this problem before with this seeder, didn't we, on that other field. And I can't remember if it was better on another tractor. Let's see if I can manually shift it up and get us past, because there is no way. Yeah, what did I do last time to get this seeder working better? I can't remember. I remember we had problems with it though, and I was gonna buy a different seeder to get rid of that thing. I don't think switching tractors is gonna do us a whole lot of good. Because I don't think it's a horsepower thing. I think it's supposed to go... I think it's a 6 mile an hour seeder, if I'm not mistaken, correct? Cultivator seeders. 6 miles an hour. Yep. And I remember we had this problem last time too, and I could not... I don't think we could get it to go very fast. So if that's the case, we might be going to pay a visit to Betty Lou, Tiny, over at the farm store, and pitching this thing and going in hawk for another seeder. We might just do that, actually. Let's try it one time on the Massey here and see if we have any better luck. I don't think we are, though. I just can't remember if I fixed that or not, but it doesn't look like we're getting any faster. Little tire slip there. Yeah, it's just like, almost like it's... pulling it. Interesting. What are our options? What are our options for cedars right now? And how much are we going to have to go into debt to get one that works a little bit better? Where's my cedars? Where are my cedars? Cedars. Rollers, planters, spreaders, cedars. Where are you? Oh, Brad, stop messing around. Thank you. That's the one we own. Oh, but I think I remember the cedar that I was thinking we could get was from My Game Steam. He's got a cedar here somewhere, right? I passed it. I must have passed it. There's a planter, spreader, cedar. Yeah. What's how fast? 7 miles an hour. It's only 1,250. 20 horsepower. Excuse me. How much will we get? If we catch Tiny and Betty Lou at the right time, and they're liquored up enough, we might be able to get a little bit more money for this cedar. But you got to catch them. You got to catch them. You got to catch them at the right time. And sometimes just bringing them a half a bottle of cough syrup makes the deal go considerably better. So here's my thought. I had a thought that I was driving over here to clean this thing, but I don't think that's going to help. I think we're going to have to consider a repaint and repair on it to get the most out of it. I want to try and make this thing look as presentable to Tiny as we can. He gets involved in these kinds of business negotiations and things just go horribly south. Betty Lou usually just, you tell her she's pretty, you like her hair, that kind of thing, and she'll tack on an extra 50 for the sale price. But Tiny, though, he's shrewd. He's not that easily taken. And if you tell him he's got pretty eyes and nice hair, he'll probably punch you. Where are we at here? So this guy right here, $146. No. If we repaint and repair it, I mean, we got to do it. Let's repair it. Let's repaint it. We can get $237 for this thing. Wow, that actually looks a little bit nicer once it's all painted up and cleaned up, doesn't it? So we can get $237 for it. Not the best in the world. We need to empty the seed out of it. We don't want to lose that, that's for sure. Look out, duckies. No, you're walking the wrong way. Remember what I told you. Let's actually, before we go over to see them, let's empty our seed. There we go. So ditch the seed, empty it out. We're not going to give Tiny free seed. Take it over to the shop, get it sold. We're probably going to have to take out a little bit of a loan to get this other cedar, and hopefully it performs a little bit better. This 4 mile an hour stuff is it's grinding. It's kind of grinding. Wouldn't be so bad if I could just hire a helper to deal with it, but we cannot afford hired help yet. Where do I drop you off at for sales? Because I really don't care too much. We can pretty much dump it anywhere, I think. But it's back there, I thought. All right, Tiny. I got something for you, buddy. We have a cedar for you, my friend. $237, it's all yours. Yeah? All right. So now we're at 522. Let me make sure my store deliveries is reset so we don't have it delivered someplace weird. Then we're going to have to go to the bank. I hate borrowing money on this map. We have a 5,000. Oh, man. Yeah, Forgot about that. Whew, doggies. All right, we're going to have to borrow another 5 bills there. And we are going to buy... That music is soothing me, though. We're going to buy this guy. Weight balls. How much for weight balls? 50 bucks? I don't think we need weight balls. Cover type, old type, and new type. Ooh, fancy. Old type's okay, though, right? Color's fine. I think we just pay. I think it's just going to cost us. Yeah, it's going to cost us more and more money to keep adding stuff. So what's this plus 30? Is that tiny surcharge for something? His drinking surcharge? That doesn't seem fair to me at all. We could actually lease this for a lot less money, but we need a seeder, right? All right, let's grab the tractor and let's see if we can get a little bit better performance out of this seeder. It'll be disappointing. And I remember trying a few different things. I remember trying manual gear shifting up and down and things like that. And whoa, that caught me off guard. And I'm on the wrong side of the seeder, I believe. And none of that was working. It's almost like something's dragging. Like the tractor is dragging it more than it is. Ooh. Pretty fancy schmancy. Like the tractor is dragging it more than it was pulling it, I guess is the best way I can put that. We want to continue on with barley, so that's good. We're just going to do some field, a little bit of field cutsies here. Let's go pick up the seed that we dropped off earlier. Let's give this thing a try. I think My Game Steam's got us covered. And again, it's got those cool chains down there that are just kind of flopping around. I like the equipment that comes from this pack. Very, very cool. Cover open. Oh, 150 liters. It actually takes less seed than the other one did, though, apparently. Interesting. It looks like it would be heavier, doesn't it? Like it'd be a heavier seeder. Maybe that's just a little deceiving. But it looks like it's got more metal and stuff to it than the other one did. All right, Mr. Massey. Can you help me out here? Lower? I don't... Oh, I like that. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you. So much better. 7 miles an hour. Now we feel like we're getting something done. Very nice. Very nice. It's a Thanksgiving Festivus miracle. That's what it is. It's a Thanksgiving miracle. We got a seeder that goes faster than 4 miles an hour. I like it. I feel like playing some the Charlie Brown Christmas, is it Christmas or Thanksgiving music? The da 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 da, in celebration for our new seeder. Tiny didn't rip us off this time. Or Betty Lou. Oh, I'm missing a little bit of that edge there. We'll catch that on our way back around there. Like I said, I'm not usually super picky about my field work. I mean, I try to get it close so it's not ridiculous, but I'm not one of those. Uh-oh. Stop, Brad. Stop. First of all, I do want to get this because that lime is going to bug me. And second of all, we have to move. I like the sound of this massy engine. Sounds nice, doesn't it? Move you out of the way. Do I have super strength enabled? No, I didn't. Okay, so it's just light enough for us to be able to manage. Nice. So yeah, we got our work cut out for us. Getting this field sown, and hopefully, I guess my thoughts were that once this field is sown, our silage will be ready for picking up and collecting. And I don't know if it's worth if we just sell that silage straight away, or if we're gonna store it. I'm gonna assume, you know, we can probably store it. I think the silo that we have over there is a multi-fruit silo, so we could probably dump that silage right into our silo. I'm saying silo and silage a lot, but I think you get what I'm saying. Unless we choose to sell it straight away, which, depending on price fluctuation, we might do anyways, because we do need cash. I mean, I guess we don't now that we took another loan out, but having that loan hanging over our heads is never fun. And I do like this cedar. Very nice. My Game Steam, you have once again set us up very nicely. Thank you very much. Really nice set of mods. They're Porsche. So yeah, I mean, how popular was Porsche in this region? Probably not. But they work nice. This would even look nice on the back of the Farmall too. Let's do another strip before we call this good. I think our episode is just about done. My plans would be then to probably finish seeding this field and get it done and out of the way. And then advance time enough to where we can deal with our silage. I see I missed a nice strip there. I'm gonna catch that right now before I forget to do it. We might be ready for another layer of fertilizer on our other field there too. Now that it's already past the first growth state, I think we could probably toss another layer of fertilizer. No, we did a layer of fertilizer, didn't we, in September? Yeah, we'll have to wait until another growth. That's all right. I like that. Yeah, I do like this cedar. Very nice. My Game Steam has done us well. All right, so I think don't eat the plants or the fertilizer or anything. Whoa, look at that little guy right there chilling. I think we're on our way to a good harvest season, or a good planting season. I think September, October. Yeah, October we'll be able to lay another fertilizer down. This one will be a month behind, but that's okay. We can deal with that. Our silage should be done, I would think, here by afternoon, hopefully. And we can deal with that next time we get together. One way or another, either get it stored, leave it in the bunker, do something with it. I'd like to get it out of the bunker just so that we can get another cutting. I think we're going to have to stay on top of the grass because I think it is going to be a valuable source of income for us. And our bees continue to work heartily over here for us as well. So that's going good. And we've got greenhouses. We're going to have to check the water out on those, make sure that they still stay filled. We've got enough work to do and keep us busy here on the farm.
Your grandpa left you this farm. That means a lot of work to get it in shape. Do you have what it takes to do that? Well, let's just find out how good you really are.
Yep, let's find out how good we really are. Hey, but thanks everyone for joining me once again here on Old Family Farm. I really do appreciate it. You guys are awesome. And thanks for all the really, really nice comments and feedback you've been giving me. Leave a like if you enjoy the video. If you would please subscribe if you want. And I'll keep bringing you content. Um, Happy Thanksgiving. I really do wish you all a safe and happy holidays. No doubt. Take care of yourselves, but most importantly, let's take care of each other. Let's think about all the things we have to be thankful for. This being one of them, that we have a chance to be able to play games like this and share them on YouTube and watch other people's gameplay and just kind of start a community and that's what's going on here. And I really appreciate that. So take care, everyone. I will most likely see you Friday morning then, if you'd like, back on Kubota Farm. Until then, I'll see you soon.